Hello, I am Paola Solis Herrera. I'm going to introduce you to the father of the theory of evolution, Charles Darwin. Charles Robert Darwin was born in Charlesbury, England on 12 February 1809. Had his family's home the Mount. He was the fifth of six children of wealthy society doctor and financier Robert Darwin and Susanna Darwin. Charles Robert Darwin was an English naturalist, geologist, and biologist, best known for his contributions to evolutionary biology. His proposition that all species of life have descended from common ancestors is now widely accepted and considered a fundamental concept in science. From a very young age, Darwin showed signs of a great fondness for collecting. He liked to collect and classify shells and minerals, but also coins and stamps. He used to spend hours in the yard watching the birds and collecting birds, butterflies, etc. He was the fifth of six children, and in his family, especially his grandfather, there was always an interest in the study of nature. In this way, little Darwin learned from a very young age to love of the natural world. Darwin's early interest in nature led him to neglect his medical education at the University of Edinburgh. Instead, he helped to investigate marine invertebrates, studies at the University of Cambridge, encouraged his passion for natural science. His 5-year voyage on HMS Beagle established him as an eminent geologist, whose observation and theories supported Charles Lyell's conception of gradual geological change. Charles Darwin married his cousin Emma. The Darwins had 10 children. Two died in infancy, and Agnes, that at the age of 10 had a devastating effect on her parents. Charles Darwin was a devoted father and uncommonly attentive to his children. Whenever they fell ill, he feared that they might have inherited weaknesses from inbreeding due to the close family ties he shared with his wife and cousin, Emma Quenchwood. They are the Darwin children: Francis Darwin, Annis Darwin, Charles Darwin, George Darwin, Mary Darwin, Henrietta Darwin, Horace Darwin, William Darwin, Leonard Darwin, and Elizabeth Darwin. Darwin published his theory of evolution with compelling evidence in his 1859 book on the origin of species. By the 1870s, the scientific community and a majority of educated public had accepted evolution as a fact. However, many favored comparing explanations that gave only a minor role to the natural selection, and it was not until the emergence of the modern evolutionary sentences from the 1930s. Darwin's scientific discovery is the unifying theory of the life sciences, explaining the diversity of life. Awards that he received were: number 1, the Royal Mirror in 1853. Is given to those for the most important contribution to the natural knowledge. Number 2, the Wollaston Medal in 1859, specifically scientific award for geology. Number 3, the Copley Medal in 1864, is given to those for outstanding achievement in the research. Darwin's work established evolutionary descent, with modification as the dominant scientific explanation of diversification in nature. In 1871, He examined evolution and sexual selection in the descent of man, and selection in relation to sex, followed by the expression of the emotions in men and animals. 1872. His research on plants was published in a series of books, and in his final book, The Formation of Vegetable Mold Through the Action of Words, 1881. He examined earthworms and their effect on soil. In 1882, he was diagnosed with what was called angina pectoris, which means coronary thrombosis and disease of the heart. At the time of his death, the doctors diagnosed angina attacks and heart failure. It has been speculated that Darwin may have had chronic Chagas disease. This speculation is based on a journal entry written by Darwin, describing he was bitten by the kissing bug in Mendoza, Argentina, in 1825, and based on the constellation of clinical symptoms he exhibited, including cardiac disease, which is a hallmark of chronic Chagas disease. He died on April 19, 1882, in Downhouse, Duncan, England, at the age of 73, due to angina attacks and heart failure. Thank you for your attention.